Okay, Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Alaikum salam.
Walaikum salam, teacher.
All right, welcome to this special program. My name is Bayram Demir. I will be with you. So we are going to prepare you, inshallah, for the Math 001 promotion exam. You know this promotion exam, right, Shiva?
Yes.
Yes. So if you pass the promotion, Math 001, then you will directly start to Math 002 instead of, Math 001. So within 1 month, we are going to try to finish complete Math 001. Normally, we finish this Math 001 in 4 months. So imagine how fast we have to go. So it looks like you guys are pretty good in mathematics because you scored pretty high in the Takhsili, looks like. You have a high grades accepted by the university. So therefore, I'm hoping that you are able to handle this fast, quick review of Math 001. So we are going to have 2 hours of meeting in every day, and hopefully you'll be able to catch up with this, quick review. And most of the subject we are going to study here is you are already familiar in high school, and I hope most of you are okay with the language, Shabab, because I cannot talk Arabic. So hopefully you are going to be able to catch up with me in the language. But in case you miss something, please do not hesitate to stop me and just ask me. Yes, somebody wants to ask. Muhammad Al Said.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, when we did the placement test, I think in Wednesday, yeah, there are some concepts I never saw before. In high school, we didn't study them, such as complex numbers and so on.
Yeah. So we will cover in this review, inshallah. So you will see it is not as difficult, so you should not get scared. Basically, it is quite simple for you guys. Yes, another Muhammad. iPhone Muhammad. Yes.
Hi, teacher.
How are you? Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Teacher, no, am I registered in college or not?
Shabab, since your name is here, so you are the accepted students. You are not officially. You don't have a student ID number, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this you are accepted, but the registration is not complete yet. So when you come to school, inshallah, you will get your student ID card. Everything will be completed.
So I can register in another college, right?
It is up to you. That is your personal choice, of course. If you like to go to another university, that's okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Yes, no problem. Yes. Okay, Shabab. So let me see how many of you. Can I see that participants? How many participants here? So far we have 16 participants. Okay, so let's wait for another 1-2 minutes, and then we can start. Shabab, remember I sent you the link for the class notes as a OneNote, Microsoft OneNote. Did you guys able to open this link?
No,
Yes.
I couldn't open it.
Uh,
I
Can
didn't know
you-
there.
Can you try it one more time, Shabab? There is no problem. You should open it.
Actually, I didn't receive the link.
Huh.
Yeah,
If
I
you
just-
didn't receive the link, can you just drop your email address in the chat, Shabab? If you did not receive the link, then just put your email to the chat so that I can only if you did not receive the link, okay? Not everybody. Okay, so my voice is in. Can you hear me clearly, Shabab?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
very clear.
Okay. Okay, let me just put these email accounts as a link again. I mean, you should get a link without any problem, but so Muhammad Shehri 260 Gmail. Can you check it if you have received or not, Muhammad Shehri? MR7 Hadi Gmail. Can you check it, Shabab?
Yes, teacher, I checked it, but there is nothing there.
Yes, me too. I didn't receive it.
Yeah, just the Zoom link.
Okay. ALF Drali 969. Can you check it? Okay. Okay, I put your email addresses. Nasser 1187. Did you receive?
Yes, I received the folder.
So when you click it, it's supposed to open in OneNote.
Okay, I will open.
Yes.
Yes, teacher, but did you send it for me, Ahmed?
Ahmed El Rumey.
Yeah,
Ahmed Rumey 44.
yeah,
Uh,
please.
okay, let me do it one more time.
And also me, I didn't receive until now.
Teacher, if you can send
I
the folder in
recommend
the
that.
chat.
Yeah.
Yes, because we didn't receive the folder in the email.
Yeah, Ahmed Romey, can you check it?
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
Maybe receiving the Gmail might take some couple of seconds, or maybe
No, there's not.
uh,
Okay, it will take time maybe.
yeah, it looks like, because if there is no problem with your email address, Shabab, it should work. So, okay, let's start our lecture today, inshallah. And if you cannot still receive the link, then we'll try to fix it if I can. I mean, if there is no problem with your email address, there should be no problem, unless some internet connection problems. Otherwise, on my side, it is already linked. Linked is gone to you. So, okay, let's start our lecture. So, inshallah, things will be okay.
Doctor,
Yes.
you didn't send it to me. I didn't receive it أصلاً.
Yes. Did you put your the email address on the chat?
Muhammad,
Teacher, you can send the link in the chat or in the WhatsApp group or something like that. Because we didn't receive it.
Okay, this is BA Salah Ahmed. Okay, let me.
Muhammad Al Said 2001 at Gmail.
Muhammad Al Said. Okay, Muhammad Al Said. Yeah, I put it, Shabab. Yeah, just
Dr. Prime,
yeah.
can you send it again for me, because it doesn't open? I don't know why. Maybe for data security, it's open. I said my email is Basil Ahmed 798.
Me, until now, I didn't receive anything.
Yeah. Yeah, most probably it is from, let's see, it is MR7 Hadi. Is this the last one you sent? Mohammed Shehri Gmail. Okay. I guess. Yeah, we did this one. Let me do it one more time. Yeah, I mean, from my side, it is gone. It is sent to you. I guess it is on the way. You will receive it a little later, maybe, Shabab. Okay. Now let's start it. Hopefully you will receive the email and it will be able to open it, and they check your computer security settings. Maybe your security settings are not allowing you to open it, but normally on your side. Also, Shabab, make sure you have a OneNote, OneNote application on your computer. You know that, huh? OneNote.
معروف, yes.
So make sure you have the OneNote, Microsoft OneNote, Shabab.
Teacher,
Yeah.
Did you receive to my email?
Yeah, I send all the emails, Shabab. So we need to wait for some times to receive it, and then hopefully it will work. Otherwise, we will find another way to share the file. If you cannot receive, through the email, then we will put files in another way, inshallah. Okay, Shabab, do you see my screen on your side?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So now we are gonna remember the real numbers, some properties of real numbers, like how to add them, subtract them, how to multiply them, and also we are gonna learn some set notations, and also we're gonna study the absolute value. Okay. Let's just remember these basic notations quickly. We have the natural numbers starting with the 1, 2, 3, right, going on. And we have the integers, all the negative numbers, including zeros, right? We call it integer numbers. So this is just for, English vocabulary, Shabab. And you can just come back to this page and to remember if you forget the names in English. And we have rational numbers. The rational number is if you divide the integer by integer, then it will be a rational number, of course. But you cannot divide by a 0, of course. Right? We cannot divide by 0, but we can divide by any integer with a non-zero integer. So result will be a rational number. Okay. So that is the quick remembering of these numbers. Well, we have some numbers which are a little bit complicated, which cannot be written as a fraction of integers, and which is called the irrational numbers, because these numbers cannot be written as a fraction, as an integer divided by integer. You cannot write it like that. So these are some examples of these irrational numbers. You see, √3, √15, a cube √9, a pi, this famous pi, and like a 3/pi, √2 divided by √5, √3 plus or minus √6. These are some examples of irrational numbers. Together, all numbers, rational and irrationals, we're going to call them a real number. So we have if we say number without any name, that means it is a basically real number. If you try to divide, Shabab, if you try to divide 7 divided by 4, this is a rational number, right? Because integer divided by integer, it is rational. When you divide it, it becomes 1.75. If you just divide by using the calculator, it will be 1.75. But if you divide the 17 by 6, Shabab, you will end up with the 2.83333 will repeat. So we are going to write it as 2.83 bar. So this line is called the bar. So 2.83 bar. But it is here we have a little bit more complicated one. 25 divided by 7. It's a rational number. But when you divide it, it will give you a decimal number, right? What you call it, ishri, in Arabic, ishri, decimal number. So which is 3.571428. So all these numbers will repeat. Therefore, Shabab, rational numbers, decimals sometimes stops as you see here, sometimes decimal stops, no more decimal, but sometimes decimal will repeat like this. You see? So either stops or it repeats. So that is the decimal form of the rational numbers. So this is fraction form. If you write it this way, we call it a fraction. Yani in Arabic, kasr, right?
Right.
And when you divide it, it gives you the decimal form. This is called a decimal form. So of course, I mean, writing 17/6 is better maybe. But anyway, so both of them are the same thing. So both of them are a rational number. But when you look at the root of 2, for example, Shiva, root of 2, if you use your calculator, root of 2, you will end up with 1.41421356. So it will just keep repeating, not repeating, coming up with a new number. Not repeating any number, but every time it will give you a new number, and it will never stop. You see, it will just go. For example, pi, it is 3.14159265 and so on. Nothing is repeating, and also decimals are not stopping. So that is the problem of the irrational numbers. The decimals will never stop and also will never repeat in any form. Okay, that is why we call it irrational number. All right. Any questions so far, Shiva? In the
No.
high school, you learned the pi as a 3.14, which is not correct, of course. Pi is not 3.14. 3.14 is a rational number, but pi is irrational number. It is not exactly 3.14. It is close to 3.14. So exactly is this 3.14159265 and continues forever. That is exactly pi. But of course, you can write it as approximately. Pi is close to 3.14, not exactly. It is close. It is very close. All right. Another example, if you like, root of 5. Root of 5, it is 2.2360 and so on. So it is not going to repeat and it's not going to stop. So, but if you like to write it approximately, Shabab, it is just close to 2.24. We can write it 2.24. Not exactly, but close. So here we see the all natural numbers starting with 1, 2, 3. And the natural numbers are inside the whole number. It's the only difference is we have 0 here. So naturals are inside the whole numbers, and whole numbers are inside the integers. And all the integers are inside the rational numbers, because every integer is also a rational number, right? Shabab, what is number 3? Is it integer, right, Shabab?
Right.
It is integer, but I can write it like this: 3 divided by 1, right, Shabab? So it is a kasr, right? So it is a fraction. So it is a rational number. So every integer is rational, Shabab. And also we have irrational numbers, which is completely disjoint with rational numbers. They are completely separated. Irrational cannot be rational, rational cannot be irrational. There is no intersection. So all of them, Shabab, all of them are inside the real numbers. all of them are inside the real numbers. Okay. I wonder if you guys remember from high school how to write the decimal form into a fraction form, right? For example, if you have x equals 3.5, 47 is repeating here. You see, 47 bar, that means 47, 47, 47, it goes like that, indefinitely. So what we need to do, we need to multiply this number with 10 so that we get the 47 repeating after the point. So 10x will be 35.47. Now, if I multiply the same number x with 1000, what happens? You will get 3547.47 repeating again, because this point will come right here. Correct? Right. So now let's subtract these numbers. 1000x minus 10x will be 990x, which is equal to, when you subtract, Shabab, you see that after the point, both of them are the same, right? 47 repeating, 47 repeating. When you subtract, these repeating will be gone, right? So we will have 3547 minus 35, which will be 3512. And if you divide both sides by 990, so you will get 3512 divided by 990. And after you simplify, right, you will get 1756 divided by 495. So this is the fraction form. This is
teacher?
just, yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay, we just add one thought. Okay, move the
Point.
yeah, move the point to numbers. Okay, in the left, in the right, I mean.
Yeah.
And you and we add 2 zeros, but why do we
Yani Shabab.
why do we
Shabab, when
we
you
remove the 74 and how?
Sure.
Okay,
when you put
Okay,
10 here, when you multiply by 10 here, sir,
yeah,
you can see, right? So this
yes,
point, this point will
Yeah.
come here, sir.
so sure, yes,
Eyvah, this is clear. Yani 10x is kaza, huh, Shabab?
Okay.
yes,
Okay, now, how about if you multiply with 1000, Shabab?
yeah,
The
So
point.
this point
you
will
add
come
2
here,
zeros.
sir.
True.
If you multiply it by 1000.
Yeah.
Because you need to move 3 decimals, 5, 4, and 7. So the point will come here, correct?
True.
But because 47 is repeating, you will get 47. 47, it is repeating, Shabab. It is not stopping. This 47 is not stopping, sir.
Yes,
correct.
yes, teacher.
Huh. So we
Yeah.
have this one, 1000x equals this one, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Eyvah. Now look.
That's all I know. But
Huh.
the third stage.
Sure.
What's
Let me
about?
write it a little bit clear for you. Sure, 1000x, let me write it here for you. 1000x equals 3547.47, repeating, and 10x, Shabab, equals, how much is 10x? 35.47. كذا. Now, do you see that, Shabab?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, let's subtract. Let's subtract, Shabab.
All
Now,
of them are equal.
you see, Shabab, this after the point, you have exactly the same number, right? You see, this is
Yes,
gone.
yes.
Right.
You see, this is gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the idea, huh?
But if we did that, I think
Look, let me show you what happens if I
Okay.
multiply by 100, you know, 100x, مثلا.
Yeah.
What happens if I multiply by 100x? So let's say 1000x,
100, add 2 zeros.
let's say 35, 47, 0.47, repeating. And how about 100x, Shabab? 100x, it will be what?
35.
35,
4.
4,
Point.
point
7.
7, 4,
47.
7,
Repeating.
repeating. Now, do you see the problem now?
Yes.
What is the problem here?
7.
Yeah,
After the
after
point.
the
Can't
point,
delete.
after the point, we don't have exactly the same thing, right?
Right.
So in this subtraction, if you subtract, you cannot do it like this. Mushkil. So,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, that is the problem.
Can't.
Yeah. Yeah, now you understand the idea, Shabab?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we just
Yeah,
we just can like remove the the numbers are the similar numbers that are in the same in I mean in the same location of the
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, you must have same thing here and same thing here so that you can cancel it. Okay. So Shabab, this is, you know, this is the problem. So we cannot do like this. So we have to do, you know, multiply by 1000x and 10x. Now, after we subtract, Shabab, after we subtract 1000, okay, internet connection, is it okay? Yeah. If you subtract, Shabab, 1000 minus 10 is 990x, huh? We know that. And if you subtract 45, 7 minus 5 is 2, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So it is 35, 12. Correct?
Correct.
And then now divide by both sides by 990. And then after that, we can, you know, we can cancel by how much? 2, I guess. Divide by 2, Shabab. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. You will get 1756 ala 495. Now, did you catch the idea, Shabab?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
I got it.
that is the idea. Now let's study some of the easy questions, you know. مثلا أيوة. Let's look at 0.7 repeating, Shabab. Yes, Muhammad?
Only one question. In all cases, we use we multiply by 10 and 1000, or
Yeah, sometimes you need to multiply 100 maybe.
okay.
Sometimes you need to multiply only 10 مثلا. Here, Shabab, this is x. Okay, let me choose. This is x. So this number is x. And how about 10x, Shabab? How much is 10x? Can you guys tell me? Yeah?
7.7
7.7 repeats,
Repeat.
right? Bar. 7 bar. And also just X is enough for me. Shabab, X is equal to 0.7
Repeat.
bar. You see, I don't need to multiply 100x, 1000x, only 10x, and x is enough, sure? Huh?
No need to multiply.
Why it is enough, Shabab? Can you tell me why it is enough?
Because the number and
Because the number.
We can
after the
cancel.
point.
Because after the point, it is same or not?
Yes, it's same.
خلاص. So you don't need to do anything. Now let's subtract, Shabab. 10x minus x كم, Shabab?
9x.
7.
9x is equal to what? Here?
Equal,
7.
7.
أيوة. So, you
Yes,
see?
sir.
Now x is equal to
7 over
7
9.
over 9. Isn't it easy now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now in the second question, Shabab, now you tell me what to do.
Like the first example,
Okay, I should multiply by what?
by 10x
10.
and 1000x.
Okay, let's multiply by
10x and x.
10x is equal to what? 10x is 2.7, correct?
yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, شوف شباب, this is x, huh? This is x. Do you think I can use the x?
No.
No.
No,
No.
ليش no, شباب?
100x because
It's not same.
because we
Yes,
just
is
have
that-
7 repeats.
Ava, after the
27
comma
repeats,
is not
yeah.
the same, right? After the comma, after the point.
Correct.
100.
لازم what?
100.
Ava, exactly. Perfect. Now you got the idea. Okay. لازم 100x. 100x is equal to what, Shabab?
27.
27.7 repeats.
27.7
7.
كذا.
Repeat.
Huh. Now you see the after the point, we have same thing, right?
Right.
Okay, let's subtract. 100x minus 10x, Shabab, can
90.
90x is equal to what, Shabab?
25.
25.
Exactly, perfect. So x is equal to 25 divided by
90.
90.
It came to 5 over 80. 18.
Okay, now
5
let's
over
get-
18.
yeah, let's learn
90, 90.
let's learn some language, right, Shabab? Now, this fraction, yani this kesr, this fraction is not in the lowest form. This is not the lowest form. So how do we get the lowest form? We need to simplify. All right, what does it mean simplify? I will divide up and down by 5, right?
Yeah, to get the simple form.
5 over 18.
18.
Can I simplify again, Shabab?
No.
No, we
No,
can't.
there
Okay.
isn't.
Now, what
No,
is
you
this
can't.
form now, Shabab?
Symbol form.
Symbol
The
form.
lowest form.
Lowest form.
The lowest form. Understand? Huh.
Understood.
Yes.
Anyway. Now, Shabab, promise me that you will do the, these last two examples by yourself, huh?
Of course, I'm going to do.
Okay.
Okay, great. So it looks like you catch the idea already. So you can solve all these kind of questions without any problem. All right. Okay.
Hello, doctor.
Yes.
I'm sorry for being late.
Okay. Okay. Well, we will have the recording will be available for you guys. So unless you come too late, inshallah, you'll be okay. And you can watch the video later. So I will put the link for the video, inshallah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Let's quickly remember the name of the properties, Shabab, little bit. Like A plus B equal B plus A. What did you guys call in Arabic? What is this? A plus B equal B plus A.
تبديل.
التبديل.
تبديل.
تبديل.
No.
إبدال.
Ibdaliya.
Yes, yes.
Correct? Ibdaliya. So similarly, A times B equal B times A. So it is also Ibdaliya, right?
Right.
What is the English name, Shabab? Commutative.
The properties.
Yes. So Ibdaliya means commutative, Shabab. And let's see if you remember the associative, Shabab. So we got the commutative. How about associative? Now look at the example and remember in Arabic, what is associative?
توزيع.
توزيع.
Tawzi'? Come
تجميع.
on, guys. Come on, you
التجميع.
don't know Arabic looks like.
التجميع.
خاصية التجميع.
تجميع. أيوة.
تجميع.
تجميع. Exactly. All right. How about this distributive property?
خاصية التوزيع.
التوزيع.
Yes, this is tawzi', right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you use the distributive property, right? Tawzi', so you can multiply this bracket with -2. -2 times x is -2x. -2 times -3 will be what? Positive, right, Sheba?
6.
Yeah,
Six.
positive 2 times 3. So you will get -2x plus 6. So these are the basic, exercise for you guys to remember how to use these properties, because we are going to simplify some long and complicated terms into simple forms by using these things. And of course, addition and subtraction, there are simple operations, then you are already okay. So I will just pass this one. Here, dealing with negative sign, Shabab, you see, when you have, for example, -a here, that means it is just -1 times a. So we usually don't put some -1 there. We just write the -a. All right. But if you have negative of -a, then it will be 8. Huh? A times a is positive. And we are usually not putting positive a, it is the same as plus a, but we are not writing in plus, right?
Right.
Okay, and these are the important, the negative properties, Shabab, how to use the negative, especially in the distribution of the negative sign. Let's look at this here, for example. If you multiply a negative times negative here, is it correct here?
No.
No. So
It's
there
wrong.
must be what?
No. Positive.
Positive here. And negative times negative is
Positive.
positive, right?
Positive.
So it will be a plus b or b plus a. Right, Shabab?
Right.
Okay. So the inverse is a vocabulary, Shabab. Inverse means the 1 over the number. So if I say what is the inverse of number A, then you just need to write 1/2 or 1/3, for example. What is the inverse of 2? In the multiplication, it is 1/2. But of course, if you have the 0, there is no inverse because 1/0 is not defined, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And division notation, Shabab, when you write the division form, you see you can write this way. This is A divided by B, or you can write it A times 1/B, or basically A/B, this way. So we have 3 forms to write the same thing. So how do you read in English? You know, you can read as A/B, or A divided by B, but the more mathematically you write the quotient of A and B, quotient of A and B. And if you say quotient of B and A, it will be B/A. Okay. And the A will be the numerator, B is the denominator. So when you have A is here, right? B is here. That means this number is the numerator, and this number is the denominator or divisor. Who's going to tell me in Arabic what is the numerator here?
المقام.
P. المقام.
No, the A here. What is the A?
البسط.
البسط.
A is bust, so it is numerator. And B is the makam, right, Shabab?
Right.
Yes.
All right, so it is denominator or divisor, as you see. So as you see, Shabab, most of the content here is already you learn in high school, right? There is nothing new for you, right? So far,
Right.
nothing new. So basically, we are learning the everything again, but in English. That is the only difference. So we are trying to remember and also learn it in English. If somebody already finished maybe international schools, so this will be quite simple for you guys because hopefully you have no the language problem. And otherwise, it is quite simple. And here we list the properties of fractions, how to multiply the fractions here, how to divide, and how to add the fractions, and what happens if 2 fractions are equal. You know, if A/B is equal to C/D, that means you can multiply AD and it's going to be equal to BC. So that is a pretty, you know, famous the cross multiplication, what you call the makas, huh, Shabab? Cross multiplication. So hopefully these the basic properties of fractions are easy for you guys to remember. All right. So when we add the 2 fractions, sometimes we're going to use the least common denominator, what we call it LCD, least common denominator. And we are going to see the difference between using the normal standard form or using the LCD form. And you're going to see the LCD, using LCD is in most of the time much easier than the standard form. Let's go back and remember again how do we add, you know, 2 fractions. If you have the same the denominator, if the maqam is the same, you see what we do, Shabab? We are adding the numerators, right? Just add the bus. A plus B divided by C. Quite simple. But if we have a different denominators, we just need to multiply A and D and add with B and C and then divided by b times d. This is this standard form. Okay. And for example, as you see, we are adding 2 over 3 plus 5 over 3. So how are we adding, Shabab? We are adding 2 plus 5 divided by 3 because we have the same denominator. But if we have different denominators, here 3, here 7. So what do? We multiply 2 and 7 and plus add it to 5 times 3 and divided by 3 times 7. So 3 times 7 is the common denominator, you know, LCD here. Okay. But let's look at this example, Shabab. If you have 36 here and 120 here, how do we find the common denominator, Shabab?
We will نضرب في 5 teacher.
Yeah. You see, if you have 36,
we can make one of them like the same of the second one.
Yeah. So the common denominator is 360. Because if you multiply 120 by 3, right, and multiply 360 by 10, then you will get the 360. Correct? And how to find it in a little bit more technical way, if you write the 36 as 2 square times 3 square, and 4 times 9, right? The 120 is 2 cube times 3 times 5. You see? And then LCD will be equal to, you need to take all the numbers with the highest power. We have 2 square here, we have 2 cube here, so I'm going to take 2 cube. And we have 3 square here, we have 3 here, so I'm going to take 3 square. And we have 5 here, and we don't have 5 here, so I need to take 5. So this multiplication will give you the 360 Shiva. So that is how we find the LCD of 2 numbers. Okay, first we are writing the 36 as a product of, you know, 2 and 3 with the powers, and also 120, you know, the multiplication of 2 power 3 times 3 times 5. Do you guys remember from high school how to do these things, Shiva? Let's practice, you know, how to find the 120 as a multiplication of, you know, 2 cube times 3 times 5. Remember, when you start with dividing by 2, right? And it will give you 60. Can I divide by 2 again?
Yes.
Yeah, it will give you 30. Can I divide by 2 again? It will give you 15.
50.
Now I cannot divide 2, right?
Right.
So now I can divide by 3. So it will give you 5. And I can divide by 5. It will give you
1.
1. You see? This is exactly how you write the Shabab. So 120 is equal to how many 2 here? 3. So we
3.
have 2 power 3, right?
Right.
And how many 3? We have only 1 3.
1 3
and 1 5. You see, this is how you find these numbers. And similarly, you write the 36 same way. So it is 2 square times 3 square. This is quite simple, of course, comparing with 120. Now you need to look at the numbers. We have 2 cube here and we have 2 square here. I need to take the highest one, 2 cube. And I have 3 here. I have 3 square here. So you need to take 3 square. And I have 5 here. And I don't have a 5 here. So I have to take 5. So just take the 5. And when you multiply, it will give you 360, which is the, least common multiple of 120 and 36. Okay. Now let's add them, Shabab. How do you add it? If you have 5 over 36, well, if I multiply both the up and down by 10, you will get 50 over 360. And in this case, if you multiply both up and down by 3, you will get 21 over 360. Well, now we have the same denominator, LCD. Just the only thing you need to do is just 50 plus 21 is 71 divided by 360. That's all you need. Okay. But if you use a standard form, just you need to multiply A and D. That means multiply 120 times 5 and then plus 36 times 7 and divide it by 36 times 120. Well, it will give you 600 plus 252 and divided by 3 and 36 times 120. And so you need to simplify again to get the 71 over 360, which is here much shorter, right?
Right.
So now, which one do you prefer when you calculate? You prefer using LCD, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Of course.
Save time.
Yeah. Okay, Shabab, now I'm gonna give you like a 5 minutes break maybe. Officially we don't have a break, but I don't wanna, make you bored actually. So let's relax for 5 minutes, inshallah, and you can have yourself a coffee or something, and so we can continue after 5 minutes. Is it okay?
Okay, teacher, thanks.
Sure, it's okay.
Okay,
Can I ask a
thank you.
question?
Yes, of course.
Please?
Yeah.
Yeah, like after 30 and half an hour. Okay, after half an hour from the beginning of the class, so there's a salah like time, yeah. So what you going to what you're going to do with it?
The Asr will be 3:30 around, right?
3:30.
Yeah. So inshallah, we can give another break for 5 minutes in the Zuhur, the Asr time, so you can finish inshallah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, is it okay? Is it enough for 5 minutes to pray?
But
Pray at home.
no, 5 minutes not okay. I'm sorry, but I think like 15 minutes. Could you please?
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Shabab, we don't have a break basically. I don't know. So this is for well, Asr is already here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make it 10 minutes and come back inshallah, huh?
Inshallah.
Okay, let's pray and then
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Now we can. Of course. I mean tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, we can do the same thing. Like we can give 10 minutes break and then you can come back, Shabab.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I'll come back.
Okay.
Doctor,
Yes.
I didn't understand the LCD.
Okay, so and I'll inshallah repeat after we come back. Is it okay now?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Doctor,
Yes.
I leave this lecture because I pray in the mosque.
Yes, yes. Well, if you, yeah, that is up to you, Shabab. So you need to come back, inshallah.
But before you allow to the students.
I'm sorry, before what? Okay, well, somebody asked me about how to find the least multiple again. Is he here, or who asked that question?
Yes, I asked it.
Yes, Muhammad El Said. Yes, Muhammad, did you basically, okay, let me share. Is my screen shared?
Yes,
Can
yes,
you
teacher.
see my screen, Shabab?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, first, let's just make sure you understood this division of 120 by 2, getting 60, and dividing by 2, getting 30, and dividing by 2, again, getting 15, and dividing by 3, and getting 5, and divide by 5, finally. So basically, we write the 120 as a product of a 2 cube, because we have three 2's here. So 3 2's means a 2 cube. And we have only 1 3 here and 1 5. So it is the multiplication of 2 cube times 3 times 5. Is this okay for you?
Okay.
Yeah, this is what you do first. And then you do the same thing for 36. You're going to get a 2 squared times 3 squared. All right.
Okay.
So after that, Mohammed, you are going to take the highest power. For example, you have a 2 cube here, you have 2 square here. You're going to take the highest one, so you will take 2 cube.
Okay.
And we have a 3 here, and we have 3 square here. Of course, 3 square is the bigger one, so you will take 3 square. And we have 5 here, but we don't have a 5 here, so I need to take 5 anyway. So 5 is the big one, so take the 5. So when you multiply these numbers, 2 cube times 3 square times 5, which will give you the least multiple of 120 and 36. Okay.
Okay. So we just do this for the denominators.
Yeah, for the denominators. Yes, exactly. Okay. So we have the real line. It is a straight line. We just mark the 0 right in between, right in the middle. So we put the 0 here, and all the positive numbers on the right side, right? At this side, we have positive numbers. And this side, on the left side, we have all the negative numbers, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it is called the real number line. You are already familiar with. So anything on the right side is greater than anything on the left side. So if number B is here and number A is here, so clearly B should be greater than A, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. So how you write it, Shabab? B is greater than A, or you can write A is what? Less than B, or A is less than B. Well, sometimes if A is less than B or A is equal to B, then you can write it, this notation, A is less than or equal to B. Okay, this is the order of real numbers. Now, let's quickly remember set notation. Shabab, what do you call a set in Arabic? Do you remember the set? Majmua, huh, Shabab?
مجموعة.
Yeah.
مجموعة.
Category.
Is it correct? Yeah.
Correct مجموعة.
For example, Shabab, we have set of numbers. Look at here. We have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what kind of numbers are these, Shabab?
Natural.
These are natural, and also these are integer, right? Yeah,
Right.
correct.
And
Integer
rational numbers. And real numbers.
and also rational. So I can write the same set like this. We write x here. Now you need to put a number, the line here, vertical line, and you need to explain what is x. Well, x is an integer number, and between 0 and 7, you can write the same set, you know, in this way. So which is called the set builder notation, if you write it this way. And for example, do you think 0 is in A, Shabab? Do you think 0 in the A or not?
No, it's not.
So we are writing this way, huh? 0 is not in A.
Also
0 is not an element of A. But 4 belongs to A, correct? Yeah. So you are familiar with these notations, huh, from high school, Shabab? Belongs to or doesn't belong to? Okay. Now let's see the intersection and union of sets. For example, we have in the set S. Okay, set S, and another set T, and we have another set V. Okay, so we like to take the union of S and T. The union means we are going to collect all the elements of S and T together. All right, all the elements. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here in S, and we have 4, 5, 6, 7 here. And when you write all of them in one set, you will get the union of S and T. But if you like to see the intersection of two sets, all right, so just make sure you remember this notation. Huh? This is union, but this one is intersection, right? So what is the intersection of these two sets?
4 and 5.
The same elements, right? Same elements. So we have 4 here. Also, we have 4 here. We have 5 here. We have 5 here. So 4 and 5 are the common elements. So that is called the intersection of the two sets. And if you look at the intersection of S and V, well, I'm looking at S and V, I don't see anything in common, correct?
Correct.
So therefore, intersection of S and V is empty set. Okay, empty set, phi. Okay. So here, let's remember the interval. We have open interval. We have a closed interval. So here is the open interval definition. All the numbers between A and B, but A and B are not included. But in this way, closed interval, all the numbers between A and B are included.
with it.
Yes. Yes. And as a picture, if you like to make it clear, this is how you make the picture of open interval. You just need to color between A and B, but A is open, so that's why we put open circle here, and B is open, so we put open circle here, and just, you know, highlight or paint between A and B. And if it is closed interval, well, A and B are dark, as you see here. So A and B are included. So A and B are included, but in this case, A and B are excluded, right? All right, for your reference, if you just want to make sure that you don't forget these interval notations, Shabab, we put some pictures and a set builder definition and the graph, you know, picture of these intervals. So in case you forget, you know, what it means, you can come back to this and see it again. Okay, now let's practice intersection and union of these interval notations. Shabab. So how do we intersect two intervals? One is from 1 to 3, open. Another is from 2 to 7, close. So how can I intersect?
We see what they have in common.
Yes. So to make it clear for you guys, you see I put from 1 to 3 here, open interval. And also I put from 2 to 7, close interval here. Now, what are the common here? If you look at the interval, Shabab, 2 is here and here, right?
Yes.
Right.
And
Also
all
3.
these numbers are common, right?
Right.
Common, 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 common. Do you think 3 is common?
Yes.
No.
3 is
Until 3.
No, no. No, no.
3 is not common because 3 is not available here, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So 3 is not common. So the intersection is 2 is 2 موجود or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we have
Yeah, yeah.
2 closed, but 3 is
Not available.
open, right?
Open,
yes.
Yes, that is the intersection of these two intervals. This is intersection, huh? Okay, well, let's see another example. So now we are going to take the union, Shabab, union. Okay, from 1 to 3.
Union
blue
in
one.
the whole space between the
Yes.
last one and the big one.
Now let's take everything, Shabab. So let's take all the numbers starting from 1. Is there 1 available here? Do we have 1 here?
No.
No, I
no,
cannot
no.
take 1. So therefore, the 1 is open. You see, Shabab?
Yes.
After 1, I can take the numbers. Okay, take 3. Well, 3 موجود here, right? It is not here, but it is here, correct? So I will take the 3 here. Okay, other numbers, take the numbers, 7 also here, right? So basically it is from 1 open to 7. All right, Shabab, just make sure this idea is
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
clear. Right.
Yes, yes.
You
Clear.
see, I didn't take number 1 because number 1 is not available here, and also I don't have 1 here. maybe if you don't have 1 here, but maybe 1 you have here, but you can take the 1. But I don't have 1 here. Also, I don't have 1 here. How can I take the 1? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1 is open. But when you look at the 3, Shabab, a 3 is not here, but 3 is here. So 3, we have 3 here, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have the A. A is 2 intervals here, from -2 to 1, and from 2 to 7. And another set B, only from -1 to 4. Okay. So how do we take the intersection of A and B? Intersection of A and B. What was the intersection, Shabab? The common numbers, right? The same numbers. Okay, let me see. What is the same here? So do you think -1 is the same here? Huh? We have -1 here or not?
No.
No, -1 is not available. Okay. But after -1, we have the same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, let's go until what?
Until +1.
Yeah. So do you think 1 is common or not?
Is common.
No, it's not.
Yani common mana mevcut in both sets. Mevcut. There is 1 here. Is there
No,
1
no,
here?
No.
No,
No,
because the
so-
circle is open.
So 1 is not common. All right.
Right.
So therefore, we have open from -1 to 1. Okay. Let's look at the other part, Shabab. Do we have anything here? Can I do anything between 1 and 2, Shabab?
No.
I don't have any number here, right? You see?
Yes, we
Yes.
don't
Between
have.
1 and 2, I don't have any number, so I cannot do anything. Let's see after 2. 2 is common or not? Do you think 2 is common?
Yes.
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 2 is here and here. Okay, common.
Until 4.
Until 4, correct, Shiva?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. After
4
4,
also
there is
common.
no common. So 2, from 2 to 4. So we have 2 pieces, -1 to 1 open, union from 2 to 4. That is the intersection of A and B. Of course, do not make a mistake, Shabab. Don't write from -1 to 4, huh? It is not from -1 to 4. So this is a big mistake. Please be careful. Don't write like this, -1 to 4. Huh? Why this is not correct, Shabab?
Because 1 is not common.
Because we don't have a number between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Between
there's
1
no
and 2,
zero.
there is a space, right? There is a
okay,
space.
sure.
So therefore, you do not have one line. You have 2 pieces. Okay. Well, another the union question, Shabab. This is a union question. So how can we take the union of A and B? So A is the blue one, B is the brown one. Union mean take everything, right? Okay. Now let's take -2 is not available here. Is -2 available here?
No.
No. Can
No,
I take
exists.
-2, Shabab?
No,
You
it's
can't.
not
No, it is
available.
not available. So, and after -2, okay, after -2, I can take, okay, take. Can I take -1?
Yes.
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 And -1 is not available here, but available here. So,
Yes.
Right.
so okay, take, you know, take these numbers. One
Until 7.
is not available here, but 1 is available here, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, take it, take. Can I take these numbers also?
Yes.
Yep.
Mawjud here, right?
That's
You see?
right.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we are taking everything. Okay, then take, Shabab, take these numbers. Well, after 4, there is nothing here after 4, but there is mawjud here, right? There are numbers
Right.
after 4 here. So basically, if you take all of them, it will go from -2 to 7. Is that clear for you? Have I made it clear enough?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
Sure, teacher.
Great.
So we will add all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's look at these two sets again. The A is the blue one, the B is the red one. Well, if you take the A union B, so that means blue one union a red one. So if you take from -2 to 1 union 2 to 7, somebody sometimes making this mistake, you know, Shabab? It is not from -2 to 7, right?
Yes.
Right.
We have a
What
space
is
Because
the
one
problem
in
here?
the
doesn't
middle.
exist.
Yeah, we don't have anything here, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the correct one, but this is the wrong one. So how about the intersection of A and B, Shabab? Do we have the same numbers in A and B?
No.
It's
No.
5.
No.
5.
So therefore, intersection is empty. All right. All right, let's see. Yes, our favorite question is absolute value. What was the absolute value, Shabab, in Arabic? قيمة مطلقة. Correct.
Yes.
So the absolute value of a number is the distance of the number from the 0. Distance between the number and 0 is called the absolute value of that number.
Therefore, it's always positive.
Of course. So distance is a positive number. So if you are talking about absolute value of 5, absolute value of 5 is 5 because the distance between 5 and 0 is 5. And absolute value of -3 is 3 because the distance from -3 to 0 is 3. All right. So therefore, Shabab, how about the absolute value of 0?
It's 0.
0. Because
Zero.
what is the distance between 0 and 0?
0.
0, of course, right?
There's nothing. Yeah.
Aywa. So therefore, Shabab, we are gonna, use this important property. Absolute value of number is greater than or equal to
0.
0. We should never forget. That is one of the pretty common the mistakes that you guys are, repeating in the exams. You are forgetting this basic rule. Absolute value is always greater than or equal to 0. Now, here is the basic property of absolute value. If the number is already positive, you know, if a is already greater than 0, absolute value of a will be a. You see, the absolute value of 3 is 3. Correct? But if a is less than 0, like here, you know, -3. -3 is a. Then how do we make it +3, Shabab? How do we make the -3 to +3?
What's in the opposite?
Multiply
sign?
by negative, right?
Yeah. Or yeah.
If you multiply the -3 with negative, so negative times negative will give you the +3. So this negative here is this one. You understand, Shabab?
Yes.
And how about this negative, Shabab? Where is this negative?
This because
This is for the number.
Huh?
the number.
This is belong the number.
It is inside the A. You don't see that. You see it here, Shub. You see it here. You have to understand A is a negative number.
Yes.
So that means there is another negative. So negative times negative will be positive.
Positive.
There you are. So Shabab, let me tell you, this is the quite confusing part for students. If you are okay, that means you are pretty good. You see, if A is less than 0. A lot of students are having trouble to understand why is this. Absolute value A is equal to -A, while teacher, absolute value cannot be negative. That is what they confuse. They think that -A, they think that this -A is a negative number. You understand now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the most common problems that a lot of students are either they don't understand exactly, or they are so shy to ask teacher or ask his friends. It just keeps making the same mistakes, and they will never understood this property.
So in the end, it will be positive.
At the end, it will be positive, like here,
Yeah.
right? Like in the example. At the end, it will be positive.
But
So we have a sign of minus time and number minus.
Yes.
Make a positive.
Exactly.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sure.
Here you said like if we said that A is 1, or like any positive value, we put it in absolute sign, okay?
Anything.
It will
Absolute
be
value. A is A.
It will be positive. So why do you put minus sign here?
A is if A is positive.
Yeah.
If A is positive, no problem. A. You see, Shaba?
Yeah. Okay, but
here A is negative.
Sure. If it's negative, it will be positive A.
Yeah, that's why you put the negative here.
Yeah. So
that's why we put negative here. You see, just like
positive.
here, you see this negative.
Okay. When we okay. When we yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Teacher.
Okay, great. Shabab. Now, and the absolute value of 0 is clearly 0. Right. So how about absolute value of 3 minus pi? Now, Shabab, look, this is number A, okay? The A is 3 minus pi. Now, what do you think, Shabab? The A is a negative number or the positive number? What do you think?
It's a negative number.
It's a negative number.
Is close to 3.
It's greater than 3.
14.
Yes, exactly. And now, according to the rule here, if A is negative, right, Shabab? If A is a negative number, what do we do, Shabab? We need to multiply A with negative. You see, here is the A, and here is the negative. You see? Negative times A. When you multiply the A with negative, so negative times 3 is negative 3. Negative times negative pi is positive pi. So you will get pi minus 3, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, of course, pi minus 3 is a positive number. So absolute value of 3 minus pi is equal to pi minus 3. All right. Well, some properties of absolute value that we will just keep using it, very important properties. The first one is clear. Absolute value of any number is greater than or equal to 0. Absolute value of number and the absolute value of the negative number, the negative of the same number will be the same. The examples are here on the other side. And you can separate the absolute value if you have the multiplication. And you can also separate the absolute value over the division. And this famous triangle inequality, absolute value of A plus B is less than or equal to absolute value of A plus absolute value of B. So this famous triangle inequality. Yeah. So we are going to be using this, the properties very often, actually. So now the distance between two numbers, to calculate the distance between two numbers, we are going to take the absolute value of the subtraction, the difference between two numbers. So the distance, we just, use D here. Distance between A and B is absolute value of A minus B. Of course, clearly, absolute value of A minus B and absolute value of B minus A are the same exactly. In the distance between A and B or distance between B and A are the same thing. Okay. So here is the example of how to find the distance between -3 and 5. So just subtract the B minus A. B is 5 and minus -3, so it will give you the 8, of course. So the distance
The same
is
number.
8, yes. Okay. Now let's just make sure, Shabab, we understood these basic properties. The AB is equal to, who's going to tell me what is AB is equal to, Shabab?
BA.
BA. AB is equal to BA, correct. Do you remember the name of this property?
Commutative.
Commutative, yes. Commutative property. So how about this one, Shabab? It will be
AB
plus
plus
AC.
Plus
AC.
AC.
Distributive.
Distributive, right?
Distributive.
Let me just write distributive here. How about this one? This is
Can we A plus B
B and then plus
A
Plus
C.
plus C?
C.
Remember, Shabab?
Associative.
This
Associative.
is what?
Associative.
Associative. Okay.
But if there's a minus sign, so we cannot make this
No, this
action,
is
right?
only for the addition, Shabab.
Okay. Mm,
Yes, only for addition.
okay.
Sir,
Yes.
when do we use the associative property? When do we use it?
Yeah, if you need, you use it. Mesela you want to use a distributive rule, okay, use it. So you just need to understand the name, okay? If they ask you in the exam, you have to understand eş mana distributive. Eş mana, well, that is the meaning.
Yeah, but when do I use it? The last one.
The associative.
When do I use it?
Yeah, well, you will use it in so many cases, Shabab. As we continue, you will understand. We are going to use it a lot. We are going to use it a lot, Shabab. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me clearly, Shabab?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Crystal clear.
Yeah. Let me just put the earphones here. So how do you write the numbers, real numbers between 2 and 7? Can you tell me the interval notation, Shabab?
Open interval 2
2,
to 7.
comma 7, right, Shabab?
7. Yes.
Yeah. But how do you write it in set builder notation, Shabab? So we just open a bracket like this, right? We just put X here, and after the bar, you need to explain what is X. X is
between 2 and 7.
X is
Yeah.
real.
Number.
Real number.
X is real between.
It is rational number, teacher, right?
It is a real.
If we say
Real.
real, then
Yeah,
X belongs to irrational numbers as well.
Yeah, it can be rational or irrational. X is a real number, okay? So you just need to write these things again. Right here. Between, but not including 2 and 7. And you just need to close. Okay, let's remember, what is this symbol, Shabab?
Absolute value.
Absolute
Value of X. So absolute value of X is always what?
Positive.
Positive. Always positive. What is the distance between A and B?
The absolute value.
A minus B
A minus B or
B minus A.
B minus A, same thing, right, Shabab?
Yes.
So how do you calculate between -5 and 2? -5
minus 2 or
7
or 2
or
plus 5.
equals
2
7.
plus 5, right?
Yes.
Right.
So
Makes
will be
sense.
equal to 7. The same thing.
Yes.
Exactly. So when you add the rational numbers, sum, Shabab, sum means you add them, right? Plus. Sum of rational numbers are always rational number. Rational plus rational is rational, so this is yes.
Yes.
But when you add the sum of irrational numbers, not always, Shabab. So sometimes no.
No.
So when you add two irrational numbers, sometimes you will get the irrational, not irrational, you will get rational. So here is an example. You add negative root 2 plus root 2. So it will give you what?
Zero.
0. Well, negative root 2 is irrational, plus root 2 is also irrational. So irrational plus irrational is 0, so it is rational. Shabab, is A minus B equal B minus A, Shabab?
No.
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 No, it's not.
The absolute
When is it
value.
equal, Shabab? When is it equal?
In the
The
positive
absolute value.
Absolute value.
Absolutely.
or
Absolute value,
positive,
yes.
yeah.
So do you think this expression is equal to this one?
No.
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 We
What
have
is the
positive
problem here?
10. Positive 10.
Positive 10.
Lazim
Positive
plus
10.
10, right?
Yeah.
Lazim plus 10.
Yeah.
Exactly. The distance between two different numbers are always positive.
True.
Yes.
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 True.
True. Distance between A and B, the same as distance between B and A.
True.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, you guys are doing pretty good. So here is some basic exercise, Shabab, to just practice these things. I'm going to leave it to you. Yeah. Now let's come to our pretty famous questions. Now this is the a set of some numbers. Now you have to tell me which one is natural in this list.
100.
100.
Which number is natural? Only
100.
100, correct?
Yes.
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 Yes, only.
Only 100 is natural. How about integers, Shabab?
We have also
0,
0.
-8,
Zero.
We have
100,
0.
Minus 1.5.
Minus 1.
-8.
We have
5%.
100,
0 and 100.
2.31.
and we have -8.
That's right.
Yes.
Integers, Shabab.
Yeah.
Integers.
Yeah.
No decimal, right? No decimal.
Okay. Okay.
No,
Yes.
no fractions.
How about rational, Shabab?
Minus
Rational.
1.5.
Minus 1.5,
Yeah.
correct.
All the numbers.
5 over
71.
2.
5.
0, correct, right?
5 over
2.71.
2.
5 over 2, correct. Root 7?
No.
2.
No.
What is root 7?
Minus
Shabab?
8. Minus 8.
Irrational.
Irrational.
Yes,
Root
irrational.
7 is irrational.
Yes.
How about
Minus
2.71?
3.6.
It's rational. Rational.
This is rational. Why this is rational?
Minus-
2.71. Why this is rational, Shabab?
It stops.
Big.
Stops. Yes, stops. Decimal stops. Correct. And how
Pi
about
is
minus pi,
irrational
Shabab?
number.
Irrational.
Irrational number.
Exactly. How about
And,
3.14 repeating?
Irrational.
Rational.
Rational.
And minus 8.
And 100 rational. Minus
That's-
8 is
8.
rational.
Rational numbers.
can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why is 3.14 is irrational, but it has like continuous number? It just
It is repeating,
keep
right?
continue
4 is repeating.
Yeah.
Yes. So in the rational
Yeah.
stops or repeats.
Mhm.
Understand?
It stops or repeat. Just
Yes.
and yeah. So irrational numbers is not repeating itself. It just like making random numbers.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Teacher,
تفضل شباب.
I didn't receive the book until now.
Just okay. Well, maybe let me just leave this exercise for you again. Which one is natural, which one is integers? The pretty important question, Shabab. let's solve this one. And then I will just answer your question, inshallah. I will try to give you link. Now, read the question and try to understand. If n is the number of integers, yani that means how many integers do we have? Okay, let's see how many integers, Shabab. -3 is integer?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. Sorry.
Yes, Shabab.
Yes.
And is this integer?
No.
No. Okay, let me mark the, so -3 is integer. Okay. How about this one? Is it integer, Shabab?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
It is 9
No.
basically, right?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How about integer? How about this
Yes.
one?
Also the
Yes.
Yes.
And I guess there is a comma here. -1 is integer, correct?
Yes.
0 divided by 3. What is 0
it's
divided by
come 0.
3?
Zero.
So it is
Zero.
integer?
Zero.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Is there any more integer here?
No.
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 So how many integers, Shabab? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
Five.
Yani
Five.
number n is 5. So m is the number of rationals. So how many rationals, Shabab?
1.
Rationals.
The last one in the right.
Rational.
We already
We
have
have
5.
7 over 2
-3
basic.
rational, right?
Right.
Yep.
-7
-3
over
rational.
2 basic rational.
3.126.
4.
126.
Rational.
126. Is it rational or irrational?
Rational.
Rational.
Irrational.
Why rational, Shabab?
Repeated.
Repeating.
Repeat.
126 is repeating. Exactly. So this is also rational. Root 81 is 9 rational.
Rational.
7 ala root 4.
Rational.
What is 7 ala
Rational.
root 4? 7
7
ala 2,
over
right?
2. Yes.
7 over
So
2.
this is rational.
Rational, yes.
So how
5
about this one, Shabab?
points. Irrational.
Irrational.
It doesn't
Irrational.
repeat.
It repeats?
Doesn't
no.
repeat.
It does not repeat.
Doesn't.
Shabab.
Yeah.
Is a
Yes.
It is
Random pattern.
a bit confusing, right? Repeats or not? Huh? Be careful. It is not repeating.
All right.
It's irrational.
So this is irrational, Shabab.
rational, yeah.
Okay. Root 16 is rational. -1 is rational. 0
have-
over 3 is rational. Root 27,
No,
irrational.
irrational.
irrational. Pi ala 2,
Irrational.
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 22
This is rational.
ala 7 is
Rational.
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 Okay, now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So M is 8, Shiva. So how about K, Shiva?
But teacher, the
Okay,
last
three.
number is rational, right?
Rational,
22
yes.
by 7 by 7 is like is equal the by.
No,
Equivalent
it is
of
not
pi.
equal, Shiva.
Mm.
Pi is
Bigger.
not equal, close, Keze.
Yeah,
close.
it's close to 22 by 7.
Yes,
That's right. But
yes.
so 22 is by 7 is not an irrational number. A rational number.
It is a rational number.
A rational number.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
this is a rational number, Shiva.
Hmm.
How about K? K is the irrational numbers.
3.
We have
How many irrational?
3.
3. Okay. So
Hands
result,
up.
Shabab, n plus m minus k. 3. How many irrational? 3, Shabab?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Yes. So what is the result?
10.
10.
10.
Hey.
خلاص. The correct answer is 10. Okay, so we need to stop here and continue in tomorrow. So that's all we have today, inshallah. And I'm gonna